So to all those who have been asking me if it's possible to study in Ireland, all right, is it Ireland or Ireland? Well, I really don't know. Maybe my pronunciation or my mouth is in such a way I can't pronounce well. But if you hear me say Iceland or Ireland, if you hear, it's not Iceland, guys, it's Ireland. So if you hear me say Ireland, just know that I'm talking about Ireland, all right? Because a lot of people call it Ireland, but I always pronounce it Ireland. I don't know why. So if you have been thinking if you can study in Ireland with English language or English proficiency, this video is for you. And for those of you who also ask this question often, can I relocate with my family? I have received this multiple times, and I want to also state here that I will be explaining some things to you, all right? Now, I want to make you understand that Ireland is an English-speaking country, all right? I'm talking about Ireland or Ireland, all right? It's the same thing, not Iceland. So it's an English-speaking country, and if you must study in this country, understand that it's possible for you to get an admission if you don't have the IELTS exam or the TOEFL score or the PTA, all right? But it is going to be difficult sometimes for you to apply for the visa, because I have cases that have been asked to present the IELTS exam or the TOEFL certificate, all right, at the level of the embassy. Now, this is what I want to say you should do. In case you want to study in Ireland, the first thing you should do is to mail the admissions team or your program or your department and ask if you can actually apply for the program without submitting an English score. Now, your reason of doing this is because you come from an English-speaking country, all right, and or your past education has been conducted in English language. But the program website says that you should submit the IELTS exam. So you want to make sure that you do not get into any problems. That is the reason I would suggest that always first of all send an email to them in case you do not know, because I have come to realize that a lot of international students do not know how to go about this application stuff, all right? Some don't even know how to locate the link. So if you watch my video, please pay attention to me. While I go, you should follow me. Some people will drop from videos and later on they will ask me questions that I have mentioned. There is one video on my channel, someone is asking something that I mentioned in the video. So please make sure you pay attention to that. And like I said, you would be asked to submit the IELTS exam, all right, in most courses in Ireland. And understand that Ireland is let me say one of the most it's not the most expensive, but it is a little bit somehow heavy. Sometimes schools or universities like the University of Cork and so many of them, all right, will ask you to pay at least 10,000 euros, all right? And what usually happens is that when you get the admissions to study a degree program in Ireland, you will be asked to pay at least 5,000 euros plus, okay, before you can apply for the student visa or the residence permit, but it's a student visa. So that is what you should understand. Always make sure that you have this exam, all right? Even if you apply without the exam, when you reach the level of the visa application, you might be asked to provide this exam, and in this case you cannot tell them that you don't have. It's either you write the exam or you don't apply for the visa. So that is what usually happens sometimes, all right? That is what you should understand. And again, some people like those doing PhD students or graduate, or let me say internationals, can study in Ireland without the English certificate, the TOEFL or the IELTS. This is the reason, because their program is some more or less of research, and they might be asked, or they might just submit a document from their department or their former university to confirm that they were studying in English language or something, all right? So that is what you should know. Now, going further to the other part I want to talk about here, if you have been thinking if you can relocate to Ireland with your family, your husband or wife or children, this is the section you need to pay attention to. Again, I want to say that if you are thinking if you want to move to Ireland with your family and you are studying a BSc degree or a BSc program, it is impossible. You cannot move together with your family. Again, if you are studying a master's degree program in Ireland, you cannot still move with your family to Ireland, all right, or to Ireland. But if you are studying a PhD in Ireland, you can move with your family in Ireland, because now the officials know that PhD is going to take at least 4 years. Therefore, there is no way you can live without your family for at least 4 years. All right. So these are some of the reasons that most of these countries will always implement in order for us to be in order. All right, now again, understand that PhD is more or less like a job. All right, so that is the reason they might let me say allow you go to Ireland or migrate to Ireland to study your program without with your family for PhD, but not for bachelors and masters. All right, other countries like the UK, that is the UK I want to talk about, and I'm calling it the EU. The UK, it is possible for you to migrate with family. Canada, you can migrate with family. Estonia and other places, you can migrate with family, but it is very difficult to migrate with family in some other places. But however, let me say, some situations may arise when you can be allowed to migrate with the family, all right? For example, I know of a lady who was allowed to migrate to Poland with a baby, all right? But though not from Africa, she applied for that visa somewhere else in Europe, not in Africa or somewhere in Asia. It will be difficult for them to let you go, all right? Though I'm not saying that you cannot apply for a student visa with you. In case you show proof that there is nobody to leave the child to, they can allow you, all right? But like I said, it is going to be difficult for you to move with family to Iceland, all right? So that is what you should understand about this moving to Iceland, English test. And again, understand there are cities in Ireland that are expensive more than others. And if you have an admissions letter to study in this country, understand that accommodation is another issue, all right? Accommodation, you have to make sure you secure fast accommodation, because accommodation is one of the issues in Ireland that a lot of international students face. In fact, accommodation is expensive, all right? That is the word, expensive. So you should know, plan yourself well before you start thinking of moving, all right? I hope this video helps you.